Hello and welcome to Admin channel friends. Today we shall discuss another important topic for sustainable civil engineering. Imagine a world where every drop of water is cherished, where river flows with vibrant energy, where the soil drinks deeply and the trees move gracefully like celebration. A world where mothers don't walk miles with pots on their heads, where farmers don't scan the sky in desperation, and where cities don't thrust silently behind tall glasses buildings. That world exists not in fiction but in potential, and the key to unlocking lies with us. There was a time when water was taken for granted. In ancient India, people understood the rhythm of rain and the dance of river and the silent flow beneath the earth. They built stepwell, beautiful, that people gathered there not just for water, for wisdom. Structure like baulis, johars, and tanks were not just brick and stones, they were lifelines, designed by our ancestors. Using civil engineering far ahead of its time, they caught rainwater, slowed its rush, filtered it naturally, and stored it for months. No electricity, no chemical, just knowledge and discipline and regards to the nature. But times changed and concrete rose, forest fell, water demand grew faster than caution. Now even as monsoon strikes our land with rains, we fail to capture the rain that should have recharged our wells, escape into drains and disappears forever. Cities floods, but our village dry. Our farms dry, our rivers run, but only during election speeches. And amid this imbalance, we stand confused, waiting for a miracle. But miracles don't happen, and engineers do. Water conservation is no longer an act of choice, friends. Now it's duty of our survival, and this duty starts with planning of water conservation by civil engineers and ends with the life of every citizen. Let me tell you how. Every new building being constructed today carries the responsibility of water efficiency. Civil engineers now designing rooftops just to shelter but harvest rainwater. Harvesting systems are built to catch the first rain, filter it through gravel, sand and charcoal, and store it in tanks or send it to underground recharge pits to improve groundwater level. A simple slant in a roof, a pipe, a pit with stone, and suddenly you are catching the cloud, a miracle. Urban construction now includes percolation pits, vertical shafts drilled deep into the ground and lined with porous material. They act like injection, pushing water back into the veins of the earth. One pit can recharge thousands of liters. Now multiply that across every street, every society, every school. What you get is a silent revolution beneath your feet. Friends, just imagine if we Indians save only 1 liter of water per day, we can save 1.39 billions of water per day for our next generation, and that's require only small change in habits and lifestyle. That includes stop water leakage, efficient water fixtures and appliances, modifying water consumption habits, and collecting rainwater. Hence, this only needs awareness. Roads no longer just carry cars, they must carry water too. In smart cities, we are using permeable pavements. Permeable pavements are designed with voids what allow water to pass through often into a gravel base layer before gradually infiltrating into the soil. Instead of sealed tar that chokes the land, we use interlocking blocks that let the rain sink in the sidewalks into seep. Garden with rainwater drain, canal that filter storm water. This is engineering that listen not just to people but to nature also. Inside our homes too, the shift is happening, like dual flushing toilet, low flow faucets, water saving taps with aerators. Engineering are working with architects to reduce every drop of wastewater. In fact, green buildings now come with 2 plumbing lines, Yes, two plumbing lines, one for clean water and the another for recycled grey water that is used for gardening and flushing. Believe me, it's a brilliant, it's simple, and it is the future. Now step in to our farms where 80% of Indians' water is consumed. We replacing open channel irrigation with closed pipelines. Flood irrigation is being passed for drip and sprinkler system. Imagine water traveling through pipes like veins, reaching the roots, every crop drop by drop, fertilizer mixed and sent along with the same lines. A method is called as fertigation. Israel used this in desert land and now India is adopting it. It's on the way. Even sewage is no longer waste. In modern colonies and technical parks, engineers install decentralized wastewater treatment plants. They collect grey water from kitchen, bathroom, toilets, laundries, treat it biologically without chemicals and reuse it. Not a single drop of water is lost. This is not the science fiction. This is civil engineering. Thousands of recharge shafts have been built to inject clean rainwater directly into deep aquifers. In Chennai, residential complexes treat and reuse every drop of water. In Pune, stormwater drains don't just carry runoff, they are designed to hold, filter and absorb it. In Rajasthan, abandoned traditional systems have been revived. In Himachal, terraced fields are lined with check dams and contour trenches from rooftop to riverbed. But this is just India's story. Across the globe, countries are racing to save water. Singapore, with almost no natural water, has become world's leader in recycling wastewater. Their new water technology, it's used water with microfiltration, reverse osmosis and UV disinfection. The result is ultra clean water used in the industry and even for drinking. It's not just a technological marvel, it's a culture achievement because the public trust. Israel, surrounded by desert, has become a green miracle. They reuse over 85% of the wastewater. Drip irrigation is installed in almost every field. No water is waste. Every drop of water is accounted for. In California, where droughts and wildfires are common, engineers are building desalting plants to convert seawater to drinking water. Smart meters are used. Homes AI track consumption of water, and recycled water is being used in agriculture and industry. Australia. Friends, Australia transformed its city after city, redesigned urban spaces to absorb stormwater, banned insufficient fixtures, and launched awareness campaign that made water conservation a lifestyle. These are the examples not about resources, they are about priorities. They are about engineering, willpower. Water conservation begins when we run out of water, but when we start thinking like engineers. We plan, we design, build not just for function, but for the future. And future-ready construction is sustainable, circular, and conscious. As a civil engineer, I know the responsibility we carry. Every structure we build touches lives, not just of the people who use it today, but of generations yet to come. A well-designed tank may save a village, a faulty dam may ruin the city. The difference lies in precision, integrity, and empathy. Friends, water flows where allowed, it rests where welcomed, and it disappears when neglected. We don't own it, we receive it from our ancestors, and it's our responsibility to hand over to the next generation for the survival of human being, for survival of ourselves. So the next time it rains, don't just enjoy the cool bridge, think about where that water is going. Is your rooftop catching it? Are you hiding it underground? Is your building helping or hurting the earth beneath? Because water conservation is not just about scarcity, about respect. It's about gratitude. It's about engineering. Every space, home, office, roads, fields, preserve this gift. This is my mission. This is Admins. And I, Nindan Kumar Thakur, invites you to be the part of this movement where learning meets action, where engineering meets ethics, and where every lecture becomes a call to build better, wise, and greener. If this video gave you a new perspectives, hit the like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe to Admin channel for more powerful contents in engineering, science, and sustainability. Let's build a better and powerful world together. That's all for today. Thank you for watching, friends. We'll meet you with next topic. Till then, bye friends.